This is the walk up to the house, and as you can see, I've lined it with some of my succulent plants. I've gone a little crazy buying and arranging succulents, and I like to make each one a little garden. So you can see my various creations here. This is mostly aeoniums with one aloe here, and this is a mixture. These are Hayworthias, and this is kind of fun. There's a guy here in Novato who's selling off his succulent collection, so I'm able to get some really mature succulent plants like this one for a song, including the pot. That's been a lot of fun for me. And here are some recent additions now approaching the entry door to the house that I recently got. We took a trip down south, and I went crazy in succulent gardens in Castroville and bought quite a few beautiful plants. This is a kalanchoe right here, and here you can see a crested crassula, very unusual formation here with the petals, the leaves on top. And here's a little succulent garden I made to kind of replicate, just suggest underwater. So I'm totally fascinated by the shapes and colors of succulent plants. Here's another crassula that I'd never seen before. Actually, it's not a crassula, it's a Monadinium gwentheri. And one of the real treats, when a succulent plant flowers like this, is that the hummingbirds come around and they feed off the flowers. And so a lot of times when we're having breakfast out here, we're just graced with the arrival of these amazing little hummingbirds that we call them dive bombers sometimes because they just make such a strong sound. That's an agave, recent acquisition. I love those colors. Not quite sure what that one is. So this is the house I'm renting, and we're going to go inside now. This is a sweet plant someone gave me because it just wasn't doing well. One of the things, this is a rental house, and one of the things I'm really enjoying about it is the kind of sense of being outdoors when you're indoors. There are just, as you can see, lots of windows here. Which can be a little bit challenging in the winter because it's kind of chilly. So, have a lovely African violet. And then when we were south, I also just hit upon this place that had the most unusual begonias. And that, aside from succulent plants, begonias is my other passion. So anyway, I have a begonia plant here. And I don't know the different names, but most of these are Rex begonias. And one of the things that gives me great joy is over there on the left when the light is shining through. And you can see the veins on the leaves. It's just magnificent to me. So I brought some of my succulent plants indoors. This is a kind of euphorbia that's flowering beautifully. And one of the things I really enjoy is getting beautiful pots to show off the plants. And we go to a lot of thrift stores and antique shops, and so I found a lot of lovely things. This is a kalanchoe in an incised pot. And this begonia is one of my earliest acquisitions. I got it. It's really I got it at the Petaluma Flower Show a year ago this summer. And it's been a little bit fussy, but hopefully it's doing okay. So one of the great things about living in Novato in California is that you can spend so much time outdoors. And as someone who lived in New York City for 40 years, this is really a great treat. So this is what I think of as my palette, and I've just been having an awfully good time buying plants and creating this botanical garden feel out here. So I have all kinds of plants. I've been trying to make it as much as I can a habitat garden to both attract and feed bees and hummingbirds. And I'm hoping to attract butterflies, but so far I haven't. Michael just bought me this bromeliad, which is a pineapple plant, and I just think it's just a charming plant. And over there is a hybrid begonia that is I'm very happy with. It likes shade, and so it's got a nice shady spot in the corner. You can see it has these gorgeous variegated leaves. I have a real soft spot in my heart for begonias. And here's a flowering artichoke. When I first saw this in Ireland a couple of years ago, I couldn't believe it. I had never seen an artichoke gone to flower, and it's gorgeous. And I just planted some purple kale for fun, really. I may end up eating it. Here are my tomato plants coming along. We have a Meyer lemon back here. We have a really healthy basil crop. And here is my little herb garden with purple Thai basil, lovage, dill, lemon verbena. There's some lemon thyme back there and some tarragon. And here's my strawberry plant. It had lots of flowers, so we're going to have some nice strawberries. And then I've just planted all around with succulents. This is a wonderful plant. It's reaching the end of its season, but it's anise hyssop, and you can eat both the leaves and the flowers. It's very lovely. And here's an ornamental amaranth. My rosemary isn't doing too well for some reason. Just some cilantro, some more tarragon. And now this is the garden that I face. My office is in there, and this is the garden that I face from my office. So this is a real joy for me to be able to look out on all of these mostly perennial plants and a few succulent plants as well. And then when I first moved in, the landlines were changed, so this is a new fence, and the landlady lost all the shrubbery, so it's a kind of a motley arrangement. But I have my little Japanese maple back there, and a number of other plants just to kind of bring some beauty to the otherwise fairly plain fence. There's a brugmansia, big brugmansia on the left, and can't remember the names of the others. I have a vine back there I'm trying to train along the wall. So let's go into the kitchen now and show you a few of the begonias that I got recently.